Hi, hello, namaste. Welcome back to Shikara IS Academy. This is Vasanta Ramawat, your educator for economy and current affairs. I've been teaching in Shikara IS Academy for past 2 years. I have the 4+ years of experience in writing exams, and I've qualified three of them. And yes, today we are here with a very good potential topic that has been flying around. So, yes, imagine this: one morning you wake up, you open the newspaper, and the headline says 58 lakh voters deleted. No court notice, no police case, no crime committed, just just your name is missing. Now, like, ask yourself, what does it really mean when a voter's name disappears? Is it about elections? Is it about data cleaning, or is it about democracy itself? Today's story is not just about West Bengal, it's about how India manages elections, citizenship, fear and trust. Let's decode this in a very calm mode. Let's begin with what has exactly happened. By seeing this slide, you will come to know that what we are going to talk now. Okay, see, on 16th of December 2025, okay, the Election Commission of India, ECI, Election Commission of India, released the draft electoral rolls of West Bengal. On which date? 16th of December. This was done under a process called Special Intensive Revision, SIR, Special Intensive Revision. So now focus on the number, over 58 lakh names. That's nearly 5.8 million voters. This is not a routine update. This is one of the largest voter list cleanup exercises in West Bengal's recent history. And yes, timing also matters. This is happening just before the 2026 West Bengal Assembly elections. So immediately three questions are arising. Why now? Why so many? And what does this mean for democracy? To answer that, we'll have to make sure that what has exactly happened. Before that, Shikara IS Academy is launching rapid revision batch on December 22nd of this month's 22nd. So grab this opportunity, and if you want more details about this particular batch, our team will help you out. Please call on these numbers, and we have mentorship batch which are actively running. To enroll here, you can call on this number to have that more info on this. See, trust me, with this much affordable price, you will not be getting this much of personal hand holding. Trust me, this is a great batch to enroll in. And yes, this is very important update. We are conducting webinar on this Friday, that is on 19th, from 4 p.m. onwards. So the highlights of this webinar, the agenda of this webinar is, you will have the 2026 Prelims UPSC ka blueprint and the unpredictability that causes the UPSC. So we'll decode myth versus reality. We'll discuss about 10 common prelims mistakes that people do, and PYQs will be solved in front of you, and we will discuss the smart revision techniques for prelims and also mock tests from scores to strategy. We will deal everything what not. You can personally ask us the questions, and we are here to help you. Yes, with no wasting of more time, let us discuss what exactly has happened. Here's the factual core, okay? The Election Commission says this is about cleaning the voter list, not about removing voters permanently. The objective is very administrative. Remove ineligible voters, okay? Remove ineligible voters, remove duplicate entries, correct outdated or technical errors, and then ensure free, fair and credible elections. But unlike normal annual revisions, this is different. This process involved door to door verification. This is a different process: door to door verification, physical presence of booth level officers, strict scrutiny. So this is not a computer exercise, this is a ground level operation that has been taking place. But when numbers are this large, perception becomes as important as procedure is going on. That brings to the core concept called what? Special intensive revision. So, what is this special intensive revision or is all about? Let's understand the special intensive revision, SIR, in very simple way. Think of SIR as a deep cleaning drive of the voters list. Its purpose is fourfold: removing ineligible voters, like removing people who should not be in the list, remove people listed more than once, correct the errors, protect election integrity. The key differences from routine revision is intensity. Here, BLOs, booth level officers, BLOs physically visit houses, enumeration of forums are checked, addresses are verified. This is why it is called special and intensive. Okay, so on paper, SIR is a legitimate constitutional exercise. But the controversy starts when we ask who exactly got deleted. Okay, let's understand who are these 5.58 lakh people whose names are deleted. According to Election Commission, deletions happened under 5 categories. Okay, first is deceased voters. Deceased voters means names remained on the rolls even after the death due to non-reporting. And second is migrated voters, people who permanently shifted but were still registered here. And third, duplicate registration, same person more than one constituency, which violates the Representation of People Act 1950. And fourth is untraceable voters. Who are these untraceable voters? Booth level officers could not find them even after repeated visits. And yes, another one is incomplete documentation. Incomplete documentation, that means forms that not submitted or not verified properly. So officially these are administrative reasons, not political ones. So but look at let's look at the numbers carefully now. Let's look at this official data category wise. Okay, see, total names deleted were 58 lakhs 20,908 898 voters. So the breakup, among them deceased were 24.16 lakh and permanently shifted were 19.88 lakh and missing or untraceable were like 12.20 lakh and 1.38 lakh duplicate or bogus. Around 57,000 under other reasons were also registered. This data tells us one thing clearly. This is not marginal correction. This is mass recalibration. So what is the scale of the impact that we may have? What is the scale and significance of this particular thing? These deletions amount 8 to 9% reduction. That represents a entire electorate of the West Bengal. In electoral terms, this is very massive. This means voter demographics may change, constituency-wise outcomes may shift, political narratives will be affected. That's why this special intensive revision is not just administrative news, right? Now many people panicked, but here is a very important clarification. What is a draft electoral roll? What does draft mean here? Please underline this word draft. A draft roll is not final. It is published for 3 reasons. One is public scrutiny, and then claims and objections, and then correction of genuine mistakes. So if a name is deleted now, it does not mean permanent disqualification. Final eligibility depends on the final roll, but not the draft. This is where timeline becomes very crucial. And what is the timeline ahead? Okay, 16th December 2025. Draft roll published, and then 25th December to January 2026 claims and objections prevailed, and then Jan 2026 disposal of claims will happen, and then February 2026 final electoral roll will come up. Only the names in the final roll can vote in 2026 assembly election. So what can affected voters do? Now let's understand what can that affected voters do. If your name is missing, don't panic. You can file a claim using Form 6. Documents required for this Form 6 is proof of identity, proof of residence, self-declaration if required, and submission options you will have online through CEO West Bengal or EC portal, or offline with this booth level officers or EROs. And then the window is open till mid-January 2026. Now comes the political response for this. What is that Mamata Banerjee's response for this? So if I have to tell about her response, Mamata Banerjee stated clearly, no one will have to go to Bangladesh. She accused the center, she accused BJP, she accused of spreading fear and misinformation. She assured that No genuine citizenship will be pushed out. State government will stand by people. This statement was meant to control the panic, especially in border areas. But controversy did not stop here. Why SIR is controversial in West Bengal? Three major reasons. First is timing just before the elections, fear of manipulation, and second, disenfranchisement. Poor citizens often lack documents. And third, NRC anxiety. See, Assam NRC memory 19 lakh excluded, long legal battles, detention centers, fear of backdoor NRC. Okay, and this brings us to the Bangladesh angle here. Now, are you just observing how Bangladesh angle came up here? Let us understand what is Bangladesh angle and why people are so scared or afraid. Bengal has a long story of migration, partition of 1947, liberation war of 1971, and mixed identities. So fear is not new. People fear being declared foreigners. People fear being declared detention and deportation. Mamata clarified. Citizenship cannot be decided arbitrarily. Now just zoom out this thing. Why this matters for Indian democracy? Electoral rolls are the foundation of democracy. Bad rolls lead to bogus voting, impersonation, malpractice. But wrongful elections lead to voter suppression and loss of trust. That's why claims and objections phase is very critical. Finally, what we have to take away for UPSC. SIR is legitimate, special intensive revision, but in democracy, perception matters a lot as much as procedure does. The challenge is the balance, electoral integrity, inclusive participation. This issue sits perfectly at the intersection of both elections, federalism, democratic governance, which is why this becomes important for UPSC. Now, democracy does not end at voting day, na? It begins with who is allowed to vote. So the real question is not why were names deleted. The real question here is how do we protect both integrity and inclusion. Think about it. If you found this explanation, I mean, if you see in this explanation, you will have your brain have arised many questions. Okay. So now tell me in the comment box, is special intensive revision administrative necessity or political risk? With that, I am ending this lecture here. Thank you guys. Have a great day.